When your cat rests their paw on you, they're saying this picture. This, you're on the couch, laptop open, half watching something on TV. Your cat walks over, sits next to you, and quietly places one paw on your arm. You glance at it. Maybe you keep scrolling. Maybe you gently move it aside. And that's it. Moment over. Here's the thing, though. The tiny gesture is one of the most deliberate things your cat will ever do. Not the loudest, not the most dramatic, but deliberate in a way that most owners completely miss because they're looking for something bigger. In this video, we're going to break down exactly what that paw is communicating. Not with vague, feel-good answers, but with real behavioral science and the actual mechanics behind how cats bond. And at the end, we're going to answer the question that almost nobody talks about. When your cat does this, what are you actually supposed to do back? 1. It was never just about getting your attention. The easy answer when your cat taps you is they want something. Food, probably. And sure, sometimes that's true. But here's where it gets more interesting. Watch how they do it. It's not frantic. There's no yowling, no clawing, no knocking your water glass off the table. It's one paw placed quietly, and then they wait. That patience is the tell. Feline behaviorists describe this kind of paw contact as a low-escalation signal, meaning your cat is communicating at the lowest possible intensity before trying anything louder. They're not demanding, they're asking, and there's a reason they chose you to ask. Cats don't do this with strangers. They don't tap the house guest they just met or the repair guy walking through the kitchen. They tap the person they've already run a long mental calculation on. The one who has proven over time that they'll respond without the cat needing to escalate. In other words, the tap isn't just a request, it's evidence of a track record. Your cat has watched you long enough to decide you're worth reaching out to. 2, your cat is marking you. And that's actually a compliment. Between the pads of a cat's paws tucked in the soft skin between their toes are interdigital scent glands. Every time your cat presses their paw against your skin, your arm, your leg, your face, they're releasing a small amount of scent that's invisible to you but completely legible to other animals. This is marking behavior. And before you picture a cat aggressively claiming territory, understand that what they're marking tells you everything. Cats don't mark things they're indifferent to. They mark the things that matter. Their favorite sleeping spot, the corner of the couch they've quietly claimed as theirs. You. Animal behaviorists call this social bonding scent transfer. It's the same mechanism behind head bunting when a cat rubs the side of their face on yours. The paw version is more intentional, more deliberate, because they have to choose to reach out. When that paw lands on your arm and stays there, you've just been filed under mine in the most intimate way a cat knows how to express. 3, they've been reading your body this whole time. Cats are extraordinary at reading stillness, not just obvious movements, but the micro shifts that happen before a movement. The way your weight redistributes a second before you stand up. The subtle change in your breathing when your attention shifts. The small tension that runs through your legs when you're about to leave the couch. Your cat clocks all of it. And when they place their paw on you right at that moment, right before you were about to get up, they're not being psychic. They've just been paying attention longer than you realized. Researchers who study feline cognition describe this as synchronization behavior. Cats who live closely with humans gradually tune their awareness to the rhythms of that specific person. Not people in general, that person. The paw in that moment is a quiet request. Stay. Not desperate, not clingy, just a single honest ask from an animal that normally doesn't ask for much. And hey, if you've got a cat doing any of these things right now, hit like and subscribe. That's how we get these videos to more people who actually want to understand what their cat is trying to tell them. 4. It goes back to the first thing they ever learned. To understand why cats use their paws this way, you have to go back to the very beginning of their life. Newborn kittens are born blind, deaf, and completely helpless. The first motor skill they develop, before their eyes open, before they can walk, is kneading. That rhythmic pressing of their front paws against their mother's body. It stimulates milk flow. But more than that, it's the first time they learn what physical contact means: warmth, safety, food, the presence of someone who won't let anything happen to them. Most cats outgrow the physical need to need, but the nervous system doesn't forget that early equation. Touch equals safety. Press paw equals comfort. It gets wired in deep. So when your adult cat reaches out and rests their paw on you, and especially if they then close their eyes or start to purr, they're not just relaxing near you. The touch itself is doing something neurological. It's triggering the same ancient sense memory that got them through the most vulnerable period of their life. You became what their mother once was. That's not a small thing. 5. The feeling goes both ways. Here's something the cat videos almost never mention: that paw on your arm isn't just calming for your cat. Research on human-animal contact has consistently shown that physical touch with a bonded pet, even brief, even passive, produces measurable drops in cortisol, the stress hormone, and increases in oxytocin, the same hormone involved in human social bonding. The warmth of a cat on your lap, the gentle pressure of a paw on your hand. Your nervous system is responding to that, whether you notice it or not. There's a reason you don't want to move when your cat is settled on you. There's a reason the moment feels weirdly significant, even if you can't explain why. Your body knows the exchange is real. Both of you are being calmed by the same contact. And this isn't a one-directional relationship where your cat needs you and you simply provide. The neuroscience suggests it's genuinely mutual. They reach out. You settle. They feel it. So do you. 6. One paw on you means they're choosing you over survival instinct. This one takes a second to land, so stay with it. A cat's entire body is engineered for escape. Every reflex, every muscle group, every inch of their skeleton is optimized for speed and evasion. 4 paws on the ground means they can bolt in any direction within a fraction of a second. That readiness is always running in the background, even when they look completely relaxed. When a cat lifts one paw off the ground and rests it on you, they've cut their escape options in half. They're slower, less balanced, more exposed, and they know it. In the wild, that vulnerability could be the difference between surviving and not. Everything in their evolutionary makeup is telling them to stay grounded, stay ready. And they're overriding that, not because they forgot, not because they got lazy, but because in that moment, the pull toward you is stronger than the pull towards safety. Animal cognition researchers describe moments like this as trust displays, behaviors that only make sense if the animal has genuinely assessed the situation and concluded that the person in front of them poses no threat. It's not affection in the way humans perform affection. It's something older than that. It's a decision. 7. Here's what you actually do when that paw lands. This is the part almost no video bothers to answer. Your cat just reached out. Now what? Don't pull away suddenly. That registers as rejection and can quietly erode the behavior over time. Don't make a huge deal of it either. Loud reactions or sudden movement break the calm they were looking for when they reached out in the first place. The best response is the simplest one. Place your hand gently over their paw, or let your hand rest near it. Keep your body relaxed. Don't interrupt what you're doing. You're not ignoring them. You're meeting them on their terms. What your cat wanted when they reached out wasn't a performance. They wanted to know you noticed. A quiet acknowledgement, physical and unhurried, tells them exactly what they needed to hear. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. You don't have to ask twice. That's the whole exchange. A paw out, a hand back. Two nervous systems settling at the same frequency. There's a comment that's been sitting with me since I started researching this video. Someone wrote, I had a cat for 11 years. I got his paw print tattooed on my right hand, where he'd always rest his paw when I would be upset. 11 years, same spot, every time. The cat didn't know what a tattoo was, didn't know what grief was, but he knew when his person needed the weight of a paw, and he showed up. That's not a trick. That's not instinct running on autopilot. That's a relationship that got built quietly, one small gesture at a time. So the next time that paw finds you, on your arm while you're working, on your face at 3 a.m., on your hand, when you didn't even realize you needed it, you know what it is now. It's the bravest thing they know how to do.